what you worked on yesterday that is due today for marks because it's the review for this unit. This one was R had to be greater than or equal to 0, and I think it was pi over 6, but I don't totally remember, so I guess I better do it. That is 4 pi r cubed over 3 times 4 pi. No, I lie. Divided by 4 pi r squared over 1. So that's 4 pi r cubed over 3 times 1 over 4 pi r squared. Cancel, 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 cancel. Cancel 2 of them. Cancel that. And I'm left with r over 3. 2 marks for each of these. 1 for the work, 1 for the restrictions. That is x plus 1, x minus 1 over x plus 1, x plus 2, x minus 1 over x plus 2. X cannot equal -1 or -2. And lastly, let's see, 2x is coming out of there, so that's x squared minus 2x minus 15 over 4x minus 5, 2x, x plus 3, x minus 5 over 4, x minus 5, cancel, cancel, 2x, x plus 3 over 4, cancel, cancel, x plus 3 over 2, and x cannot equal 5. Yo. Where? The positive ones cancel. Yeah. Are you cool there, Jazzcard, now? You're cool with that factoring being here, yes? Okay. And x plus 1, x plus 2 to get the 3 and the 2, then the x plus 1s have to cancel, leaving me with x minus 1 over x plus 2. You cool? Aye. That is x plus 3 over x minus 3 times 4x minus 3 over x. X cannot equal 0, nor can x equal 3, because you have to check both of them. Cancel, cancel. 4x plus 3 over x. 2 marks. X plus 1 over x minus 2, x minus 3 times x minus 2 over x plus 4, x plus 1. X cannot equal -1, -4, 2, and 3. Cancel, 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 cancel. 1 over x minus 3, x plus 4. 2 marks. That is x minus 7 over x plus 4 divided by x plus 3, x minus 5 over x plus 4, x minus 5, and then x minus 7, x plus 4 times x plus 4, x minus 5 over x plus 3, x minus 5. X cannot equal -4, 5, and -3. Cancel, 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 cancel. X minus 7 over x plus 3. 2 marks. You'll notice I'm giving less and less marks for the stuff that is before grade 11. right? I'm giving you 1 mark for all of that factoring because it's always the same thing. No matter how many times I ask you to factor, you're still just factoring. All right? Just like if I gave you a question like this, 7 plus 3 plus 8 plus 4, I'm not giving you 4 marks for that. Right? Well, you should add it up. Kind of like what I just asked you to do. 3, 6, and 6 is 15. Lowest common denominator. Now, I got 4x. I got x plus 6. I got x minus 6. And I got x. And I got x plus 6. What's the lowest common denominator? 4x. X. Done. 1 mark. Simplify and identify any non-permissible values. X cannot equal plus or minus 3. 2x plus 2 over x plus 3, x minus 3. Since they are already the same denominator, I can just keep writing. 7. I actually shouldn't have done that yet. 2x plus 4 plus 7x minus 10 is 9x minus 6 over x plus 3, x minus 3. Take out a 3, 3x minus 2 over x plus 3, x minus 3. Can I do anything more there? No. Done. 2 marks. Already a common denominator, 10a plus 5 minus 3a minus 2 over ab. 10a minus 3a, 7a. 5 minus 2 is 7 over ab. Yes, Lucas? Oh, 3x. Thank you, Lucas. Whew. What a doughhead. Then we factor out the 7. 7a plus 1 over ab. Oh, and a cannot equal 0, and b cannot equal 0. 2 marks. Find each sum or difference. What's the common denominator? X plus 1. Does that guy need to change? No. X minus 15 plus. Does that guy need to change? Yes. Times x. X squared minus x. Now I have like terms. X squared, what's x minus x? Gone. X squared minus 15 over x. X plus 1. Am I done? I need restrictions. What are they? X cannot be 0 or negative 1. 2 marks. 6x over x minus 5 minus 240 over x minus 5. X plus 3. What's my common denominator? What does this guy need? X plus 3. 6x squared plus 18x minus 240 over that. Do I need the denominator anymore? No. Well, yeah, I do, because I'm adding, right? I'm not solving, right? So what comes out of the top? 6. X squared plus 3x minus 40. X minus 5. X plus 3. Am I totally factored now?
No.
So what do I check for? I'm not totally factored. Am I factored enough to check for restrictions?
Yeah.
Yes.
5 and negative 3.
X cannot equal 5 or negative 3. Back to where we were working. 6. X plus 8. X minus 5 over X plus 3. X minus 5. Cancel, cancel. Final answer, 6. X plus 8 over X plus 3. 2 marks. Making that page out of whatever it is out of. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Any questions? Excellent. Now, solve the equation. This is where I can get rid of my denominators, yes? When can I get rid of those denominators?
If they're one the same.
When they are all common. X squared plus 25. Can't do anything there. X minus 7. Plus X plus 5 over 2 equals 2x squared minus 12x minus 9. That's negative 18, which is... Oh, that doesn't factor either. 2x squared, I don't think. 18, 1 and 18, 6 and 3, 2 and 9, no. Over 2x minus 7. What's the common denominator? 2x minus 7. What does this guy need? 2. 2x squared plus 50. What does this guy need?
X minus 7.
Plus x squared minus 2x minus 35 equals, this guy need anything?
Nothing.
2x squared minus 12x minus 9. Now what can I do with my denominator? It can disappear, but there's restrictions, yeah?
Yeah.
So I better do that first. What can x not be?
7 over 2. Minus, yeah.
No, x can't be 7. Because it's not 2x plus 7, it's 2x minus 7. So now this is gone. What do I need to do with all of this? Collect like terms. Any other x squareds? Yeah, that one and that one are both going to disappear, leaving me with 1x squared. Now my x squareds are done. Any x's? Negative 12, negative 2, and then the 12 is going to come over and become what? Positive 12x to get me 10x. 50 minus 35 is 15. What's going to happen when that comes over? 25, right? 24. 24, and that's x plus 4, x plus 6 equals 0. So what is x? Negative 4 and negative 6. Are those both allowed with our restrictions?
Yes.
So that's our answer. 3 marks for these because you actually had to know what to do at the end. 5x over x minus 4 plus 2 over 1. Why did I put 2 over 1? Because everything's over 1, and you need to remember that that denominator needs to change too. Equals 3x plus 8 over x minus 4. What's my common denominator? X minus 4. Does that guy need anything?
No.
No. 5x plus. Does that guy need something?
Yes.
What's that guy need?
X minus 4.
X minus 4, which is 2x minus 8. Does that guy need anything?
No.
No. Equals 3x plus 8. What can I do with my denominator now?
Disappeared. Cancel.
But before I do that,
The restriction.
x can't equal what?
4.
4. Now I can disappear it, and I can solve. 5x plus 2x, 7x minus 8 equals 3x plus 8. Bring that over. 4x equals, bring that over. 16. X equals, what does x equal? 4. But x can't be 4. So what's the solution here? No solution. And to get the full 3 marks, I better see that written somewhere. You're probably writing it down right now and giving yourself the full three marks. I'm okay with that, but come Tuesday when you do this on a test, you don't remember that, I'm taking away a mark. Lucas. Yes, you did this, which means undefined. Did I just say what it means? So is it good? I didn't go, what the hell's that? Did I? So you'll be fine. Because x equals 4, but x isn't allowed to be 4. All right. They're sharing a bag of popcorn at the movies. By himself, Fari can eat a whole bag in 20 minutes. Andrea takes 25 minutes to eat the bag. If they eat the bag of popcorn together, how long will it take? 45 minutes. No. One of you is going to say that on your test. I don't know why. But one of you will actually say that working together, they will take twice as long. Now, you could argue, well, if they're on a date and they're eating it together, then Fari doesn't want to look like a hog, blah, 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 blah. So he's only taking one at a time. And Andrea doesn't want to look like a hog, so she's blah, 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 so she's only taking one at a time. So really, in reality, it would take twice as long. No, it's not. Okay? Because what you should do on a date is let people see the real you so you don't have to fool them later. Yeah, but you're not going to... Trust me, Zara, if you go into that relationship lying from the very first day, what's going to happen when you... later? What happened to the boy who cried wolf, Zara? In the real story, not the stupid one we tell you people. In the real story, he gets eaten by the wolf. He doesn't run to town and go, oh my God, there's a wolf, and have everybody come and save him. In the real world, everyone's sick of his horse crap, and they let him get eaten by the wolf. Right? So, when you go to the movies with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your significant other, whatever friend you may choose to have, if you normally eat popcorn like it's strapped to your head like a feed bag, you should get pretty close to that so you don't have to lie later. Right? Right. Let me give you another example. When I was first trying to date Catherine, who is now the love of my life and my wife, she went to church every Sunday. I went to church every Sunday. Yeah, for like 6 months. And I was like, then she left Powell River and moved in with me, and I was like, I don't go to church. She's like, yeah, I know. Well, why'd you go to church for 6 months? Well, duh. So, back to math. Fari can eat it in 20 minutes. Andrea can eat it in 25 minutes. So, what's the common denominator in 20, 24, and 25? 1 minute. How much am I going to eat in 1 minute? Because I'm Fari. In 1 minute? In 1 minute, I'm going to eat 1/20th of the bag. What's Andrea going to eat?
25.
How much is Andrea going to eat? 1/25th of the bag. Why did I choose T? Just because. The letter doesn't matter. And how many bags are going to be consumed? 1. Solve it. What's the common denominator? 100. So what does this need? 5. So 5T plus 4T has to equal what? 100. Now I've got all the same denominator. So what happens to it? Gone. 5T equals 100. So 9T equals 100. So T equals 100 divided by 9, which is 11 point blah. 11.11. 11:11. You make a wish at 11:11. I held your hair at 12:34. You guys don't even know that song because they're a great band and none of you like good bands. Arkells. Now, 11:11. Would we say it took me 11.11 minutes? No, it's like 11 minutes, 7 seconds, right? But do I care? Am I that much of a stickler? No, because what do I care about? I care about this part. Okay? So if you have 11, 11, you get your whole 3 marks. You decide how much you deserve of that 3 marks. I trust you. But if you give yourself the full 3 marks, and I give you this exact same question on your test, which I will, and you don't get it 100%, then you are risking losing the trust that you have built up with me for the course of this year. And if you don't have your word, what do you have? Right? Deep, huh? I know. What? Yes. Group of friends going a 3-hour bike ride together. Oh, what's that? That's a time. They ride for 15 kilometers. Ooh, what's that? A distance. Ooh, kilometers per hour. What's that? Speed. So what kind of question is this? Distance, speed, time. Do they have 2 versions? Yeah. For the first amount of time, first distance, 15 kilometers with the wind at their backs. The wind adds or subtracts. So how far did I go with the wind at my back? 15. What was my speed? Do I know? I don't know, so it's S plus 3 because the wind is helping me. And what's my time? 15 over S plus 3 because T always equals distance divided by speed. What about when the wind's in my face? Still 15. S minus 3. What's my time? 15 over S minus 3. So my time with the wind blowing at my butt is this long. My time with the wind blowing in my face is this long. So what's my total time? Equals 3. Solve it. What's the common denominator? S. I'm going to do a cheaty thing here. S squared plus 9. Minus 9. Why? Because that's easier to multiply up here, isn't it? Than doing FOIL and that. Okay. So it's 15 plus 15 equals
3s squared
minus 27. Now, is everything over a common denominator? So do I need it anymore? No. Or do I?
Well, because
What can't S be? S can't be plus or minus 3. And that makes sense, yes? My speed can't possibly be 3 because then at some point I'm not moving, aren't I?
Don't you have to change the 15 as well since they don't have the common denominator?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, I skipped a step. Whew, thanks, Louis. Well, I don't need to erase that. That stays the same. That is, of course, 15S minus 3 plus 3. So what do I get? 15S minus 45. 15S plus 45 equals 3S squared minus 27. What happens to 45 and 45? Gone. What's left? 3S squared minus 30S minus 27. What's coming out of there? 3. S squared minus 10S minus 9. Factor. S. Does it factor? It doesn't factor. Oh no, what do I do? Quadratic formula. And what do I find are my answers? One's going to be positive, one's going to be negative, yeah? Which one's going to work?
Positive one.
Positive one. The positive one in here or the positive one after I add and subtract 3? After I add and subtract 3, right? Everybody understands what I mean? Because this is, of course, negative b, which is what? 10 plus or minus square root of 100 minus 4 times 1 times negative 9 over 2. 10 plus or minus 4 times 9 is what? 4 times negative 9 is what? 36. That's square root of 136, yeah? Over what? Negative 4 times negative 9 is positive 36. 100 plus 36 is 136. Yeah? Yeah. Over 2. Cancel that. 5 plus or minus root 136. 136, we can simplify, yes? To what? 2 times 68, which is 2 times 2 times 34, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 17. So 5 plus or minus 2 root 17. Yeah? Wait, 2 times 2. No, root 34.
136 will be divided by 2.
No. Because there's no radical in the bottom, Louis. Right? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, yeah. 5 plus or minus 1 root 136 divided by 2. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Then you would simplify and get 5 plus or minus 2 root 2 times 2 times 2 times 17, 2 root 34 over 2. And then what would happen to the 2's? They'd go 5 plus or minus root 34. Now, root 34 is a little less than 6, yeah? Right? So 5 plus that is going to be 11 something. Is that okay? Because if S is 11 something, then S minus 3 works. Yes? But when 5 minus that, that's going to be negative. And negative minus a negative means when the wind's in our face, we're actually going backwards. So is the minus 1 allowed? No. So the answer has to be 5 plus. Now, if you handed me that, you get full marks. Is that the answer? That's the answer, right? That's what S equals, correct? So that's the speed the group is traveling with no wind. How else could you write it? Yeah, you can give me an estimate, yes? You could do 5 plus the square root of 34, which would be, like I say, around 10 and a half. 10.8. Cool in the gang. That's out of 4, because you had to set up a big chart. Making that last page out of 7, and 3 and 3 is 13. 13 and 9 is 21, and 15 is 36. Yeah? Yeah. Now, listen up. When you turn to the next page in your book, what do you see? Oh, right, test reminders. Silly me. What are the test reminders you need for this? What's the most important skill you need to do this whole unit? Single most important skill. Factoring. Factoring. Should I factor? Yes. When should I factor? Always. When should I stop factoring? When there is no other possibility to factor anywhere. Factor some more. Hey, I don't know what to do. Factor. Hey, Mr. Myers, is this right? Have you factored? Everybody with me? Factor. Is there any other skill needed for this unit that is new to grade 11? Is there? Quadratic formula. When would I need that? Quad formula only when solving. Is solving simplifying? No. So if there's no equal sign, There's no quad formula. No equals, no quad form. Everything else is grade 5, isn't it? Common denominator. Multiply by the reciprocal. Cancel stuff on the top and bottom. Right? Yeah? Nothing new. But in word problems, there was something new. Word probs. Watch for DST. Distance equals speed times time. Speed equals distance divided by time. Time equals speed divided by distance. In distance, speed, time problems, that's kind of new. What about mixture problems? This is physics. What if it's a mixture problem, like how long is it going to take me to mow the lawn if we work on it together? What's the trick there? You just did one, Fari and Andrea. What was the trick? 2 fractions equals what? Two fractions equaled what? 1. How do you find those fractions? It's the amount you could do in 1 unit of time. So Fari takes 25 minutes to eat the whole bag, so that means in 1 minute he can eat 1/25 the bag. His time divided by 25. Yeah? Any questions from rational expressions? Everyone is good? All right, now you should notice that rational expressions comes at the end of a 2 set, yes? So what is coming up after our rational expressions test, which is on Tuesday? What's coming up? Before the trig. Accumulative. Right? Everybody is good on rational expressions? Lovely. So now when you turn to the next page after test reminders, what do you see? Don't say a blank page. What do you see? Trig. And what does it say? Trig initial screening. What does initial mean? It's not, MCM, Matthew Charles Myers. It's not those initials. What is it? The beginning screening. Everything on the next 3 pages you should already be able to do. If you can't, then that is going to make grade 11 trig very difficult, and I will need to do another lesson or 2. Aight? So you have in this block now 45 minutes to attempt that. Go. When we go over it on Monday, if there are gaps, I will fix them. Of course.
There's a cumulative things going on.